Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shionne. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shionne mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shionne's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Renna really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
strain much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Let's see what you've got.
How about this?
That makes you the thorn in our side.
It's over! Rotating pile driver! Tornado drive! It's over! Whirlwind energy! I'll face you!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material. An opponent like this should be easy.
Rotating pile driver! Elusive deity! Fire support!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? It's almost too strong.
Elusive deity!
Be my guest in an instant! Impact block!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
For my lord! A debut performance! Ready! Resonate with the earth! Take this! I'm ready! Samar! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
Eat this! Resonate with the earth! Force!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Little help!
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I'll smash you! I'm not done! I'm on her! Do it! You're mine! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! You're mine! You're finished! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Any injuries?
No backing down!
In here!
Resonate with the earth!
Being interrupted.
We did it! Take this! Double Demon Fang! You're mine! First strike! Now see the groove! Tornado Drive!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Light action!
Elucidate Solar! I'll face you! Severing
Now
Wind!
for the stockpile! Light action!
Eat this! Double Demon Fang! Flew away! Taking I'll finish you here and now! You're mine! It's over! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I'm practically unstoppable!
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
I'll smash you! Like
Now!
In an instant!
Impact block!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
A breeze. Get in, get out. I'm on it.
More for the stockpile.
Here I come. Luna Rondo. Now, you're mine. It's over.
Now.
Take this. Got flyers.
I've got this. Let him mark me. We'll soon see about that.
All yours. You're mine. I'm not done.
Can you take it?
Here I come.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. You got spirit. Crumble. Someone wins! That armor won't save you! You're mine! Elusive deity! Double demon fang! No further! I'll finish you here!
Go!
I'm not done! I'm not double demon fang! It's on! Severing elusive deity! Taking pile drive! Blow away!
In here!
Severing elusive deity!
up its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
I'll tear you apart! Come far enough! I'll blind you with your nuts! I'll end you!
Don't mess with me! I'm alright. I'm still standing.
Eat this!
Benediction light.
Eat this!
That's my cue.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now I'm in the groove!
Benediction light.
I'm ready!
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Onward and upward.
Looks like some solid equipment. I wonder what we can make with this.
If you can't decide, I'll have it raw.
Hey, wait! Don't eat that!
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Here I come. Eat this.
Lightning orb!
Take this. Storm.
Thunderblade!
Not a chance. Strike. Severing wing. Strike. Force blast. Take this. Hurricane. Freaking justice. No escape.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah. And blow away. Double demon fang. Eat this.
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Nicely done.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually do.
No backing down! I see one, eh?
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Take this! I'm on it! You got the wrong fight! No further! Wide open!
It won't escape
won't
me.
save you! Seismic rupture!
Not on my watch!
I'll kick you! I'm not done! You're finished! I'll grind you with a truck! I'm on your escape! Blow away! I'll thank you!
Its armor's too strong.
It'll split it open! Demon's descent! Flashing fang! Dragon form! Hurricane! Eagle Drive!
Can you take it?
Exploding fire! Eat this!
Air thrust!
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
I've been doing really great lately.
sense one of your friends, Hootle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
What is this?
No choice. For my lord! I can carve through armor! Eat this! You're my elusive deity!
Laser shield!
Rotating fire! Support! No escape! Support! Strong! Be my guest!
Stockpile!
Elusive deity! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! Everyone hanging in there?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I see one, eh?
Raging Cascade!
You're mine!
Eat this!
Smash you! We did it! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
And you take your gun!
Elusive deity!
Now!
No escape! I'm on it! Take this!
Everyone hanging in there?
And thus our strength yet grows.
Little help!
Take this! Ignite! With no I'm not done!
Go again.
More for
I'm on it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! This should do it!
Photon Blast!
Hurricane! You're finished!
Attack time! Lightning of Raging
I'm not
Cascade!
done!
Hurricane! Dance in the wind! Sleep
Take this!
Lightning Condense! Lightning!
Finish!
More to the stockpile!
I'll keep you right! Storm! Quick thrust!
Now!
Xion!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Looks like we won.
Gotta break through! Now you'll learn! No escape! I'll face you! Severing Wind! Rising Falcon!
Steel Force!
All mine! Stop! Can you take it? You're mine! I'm on Queen! Here I am! Eagle Claw! Now! Rip it through! Take this!
Supernova!
I'll tear you
Blazing
apart!
Cascade!
Let's refrain from losing.
Hi, Hoodle!
Engaging!
Sleep now.
Can you take it? Take this! I'm not done! Double Demon Fang! Stalagmite!
Nice. No scratches on my sheep.
I'll smash you!
Wind Astral! Radiant Cascade!
Rain Blast! Severing Wind! Double Demon Blast! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Firmament Render!
Hellfire! I'm not done! Blow away!
That's much better.
Stalagmite! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
And more don't enough burn out.
Incantation ruin! Demon Fang!
More with
Blow away!
That's my shield!
Shut him down!
That freaking
Does it! Not today!
Without your order!
Talon Hurricane! Here I go! Ready and ready! There! I'll finish you here and now! You're mine! Hurricane! Blow away! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
That's much better.
Rising Hell!
More for the sun!
Nothing gets by me.
Giant Supernova! More with that
Severing wing! Rain slash! Elusive deity!
Confiscated!
Tornado drive! Rising falcon! Take this! Here we go! Here I come! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
They really made us work for that one.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What? What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be? Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. We know there could be something hiding around here.
I see what, eh?
In here!
Here I come! I'm on! Ready to blast! Blow away! Eat it! Weakest one! Do it! I'll smash you! I see it! I'm ready!
Raging Cascade!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Coming through! Engaging! I'm not done! Ready,
More for the stockpile!
Fang Blast! Release!
Lightning
Its armor's too strong! Split it open! Be my guest! Rising Here we go again! Come on! Being attacked! You're done! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Right, here goes! Eat that! Escape! You're finished! Talon Dragon Form!
Come out of the sky!
Be still! Talon Hurricane!